So seeing everybody seen Cooking with Kev, and I called him out on whatever that concoction is that he decided to make. What I've come up with tonight is camp egg fried rice. Now, one of the reasons I've picked egg fried rice is because there is a viral YouTuber named Uncle Roger, and if you don't know who Uncle Roger is, we'll put a link in the description below, and you need to check out his YouTube channel because he is seriously one of the funniest people on YouTube, and if you don't laugh at most of the stuff that he's got on there, I'm not quite sure that you're actually human. So go and check him out. We're going to do egg fried rice camping style. This could be a complete and utter disaster, so we will just see how this show ends up. So anyway, because we can't use cold rice, we're going to have a go at microwave rice, which is kind of maybe the same thing, but we'll see whether that actually works, because we don't exactly have access to day-old rice for egg fried rice, so that'll do. Spring onions, and we've got chilies, so as many chilies as you like, depending on your tastes. And then we've got our oil, some soy sauce, and some magic white powder, which you can take as per whatever you want to take that as. But either way, it should make this quite a delicious concoction. So just chop everything up however you feel like. If you like big chunks, little chunks, whatever your personal preference is. So we'll put all them there. It's ready to go. So I'm sure if I actually manage for Uncle Roger to actually see this video at some point, he's going to give me a hard time for using 4 chilies. But anyway, don't want to put too many in there. We're not like Uncle Roger. We're not made of steel, and we're probably a little bit weaker. Seeds in because I simply couldn't be bothered. And at the end of the day, it is camping. Definitely, well, that's one way to crack an egg, by throwing it on the chopping board. I take no well, I probably need to take responsibility of whether there's shell in here, but if you find a crunchy bit, just think of something else. All right, we'll get our wok going, brand new wok. So we'll give it a little bit of oil in it just to season her up for the first time. If Uncle Roger does actually happen to see this video at some point, feel free to roast me as much as you like. It makes for great entertainment. The only difference is any time I've seen him cook egg fried rice, he hasn't had a beer.
On that note, Chef, would you like a new refreshing one?
I'm not quite done yet, thanks Richard. So nice to be supported by my loving crew to make sure that I don't actually run out of beer, which would be a massive travesty, as many of you would know.
Got to stay hydrated, Chef, after that day at the beach.
Well, you did have us out in the sun for a significant amount of time, Richard, and it was rather hot. So Esky's in the back seat and the bottle opener's on the bull bar.
These are not screw top ones.
No, they're not. Bottle opener's on the bull bar.
Oh, right.
Hence why I said that. All right, so welcome to the shot, my subject of my banter for this evening, which is Richard. Richard, otherwise known as 40 PSI himself.
Like a good PSI.
Mr. I'm not going to get bogged. And in case I haven't said it, 7 hours on the beach. Car nearly ended up a new artificial reef.
Yeah. We'll just leave it at that, eh? We won't
We
talk
will
about
leave,
that too much.
we will leave it at that.
It was a rough day.
We will get cracking on our egg fried rice. Now, if there's one thing that any kind of aspiring chef wants, and I'm certainly not a qualified chef, that's for sure, you need a wok. Just buy a wok, bring a wok with you. You can cook more things in a wok, and you don't have to overcrowd a saucepan and sweat all the stuff that you're cooking. You know, you can have all the room in the world. You know, you can do a little bit of artistic flair if you feel the urge to.
So probably the alcohol in there, we're saying.
We're not making a flambe, no. I don't actually mind my eyebrows, and they do not need to go disappearing at any stage yet. I don't know whether this is going to work. I'm taking a bit of a guess here that microwave rice might turn out very similar to day-old cooked rice, which is apparently, if you ask anybody in the know, exactly what you use to make fried rice. So just smash it up with your, I'm using a big ladle here. It's good for smashing stuff. And I seem to also be spraying rice all over the place. But anyway.
Hey, a messy cook's a good cook, I've been told.
Well, the good thing about cooking when you're camping is you can pretty much just tip your table over and leave. Whilst you leave no trace anytime you're in our beautiful beautiful environment. I'm sure a couple of grains of stray rice or a chunk of chili is not really going to matter. We'll might pre-crush this one a little bit, help myself out rather than make extra work. If you got any clumps, just smash them out.
Well, I don't know about you, Chris. I like a good fried rice, and that actually doesn't look too bad, actually.
You know, as you can see from our setup here, I've got my trusty old wok, and I've got the old $20 butane burner from the camping store. Time to throw in the spring onions. Get them cooking away.
Yeah, I don't know about you, Chris. When I normally go out camping and throw a sausage on the barbecue or a piece of steak or whatever I want to do, I normally throw, you know, a couple of drops of the good nature. So that's a no. We're not throwing any nature's ingredients in there. You know, the old.
No, this is a.
Alcohol.
Well, I would say a family-friendly meal, but I don't know how many people's children
Likes a good chili.
likes a good chili. I'm sure there's plenty out there that do.
You'd have a good pop to it.
I've had champagne bottles that haven't popped that well. Now this is one thing, if you're a bit soft, or if Uncle Roger's watching, you know what this is.
Bit of salt in it, mate. Bit of cooking salt.
Well, he refers to it as salt on crack. So,
So it's just got a little extra kick to it.
well, apparently it is the essence of flavour, which this will be the first time I've added MSG to my cooking. So we'll be the judge at the end if I actually stop throwing it all over the bench. But
Hey. That's the best cook's a good cook. We'll get your chef hat in your next cooking excellent, mate, and you'll be right.
Well, folks, I think that's us. So we'll plate this up. Well, I can tell you one little interesting fact from our times on the beach was every time I tried to snatch you out, which I don't know about you, was many.
I lost count.
I think we might have hit the 40 or 50 count.
Yeah.
So if you need a strong recovery kit, Four-Wheel Drive Central sells really great recovery kits because we wheeled on the back of that Mahindra with some dynamic ropes, 3 of them linked together, and soft shackles, and we didn't break anything. So that just goes to show.
Got the job done.
Got the job done. The car is not a artificial reef. Righto, so I've made an absolute mess of this, but we have 3 bowls of food. Now, Richard, I know you're allergic to egg. Please don't go eating too much of this and making yourself sick.
Yeah, well, I can't go any redder than what I am now.
You can't go any red, that's why we call you Red. So not only are you red,
The day in the sun.
normally, you're burnt to a crisp, and
Might have a small allergy.
you apparently got an egg allergy that may or may not kill him. Stay tuned for the next episode to see whether Richard survives. Smash the like button and subscribe if you want to see whether Richard survives eating egg fried rice when he's allergic to egg. Just for legal purposes, Richard, you are agreeing to eat this.
Yes, I am.
Fully
Yes.
knowing there's egg in this.
Yes. So if you don't see him in the next episode, something's obviously
Then we all know what's happened to Richard. So let's see what camping egg fried rice is, and I look forward to hopefully Uncle Roger finding this video and roasting the living daylights out of me. Have fun with it.
Yeah. That is not bad.
That's pretty good. Not too bad. I haven't made this before. Nice amount of burn to it. For 4 chilies. I'm a bit weak.
It's actually got a good bite to it.
Well, there you go. Actually, a very, very simple dish. Knocked up in what? 10 minutes?
Oh, if that.
Bugger all prep. You can make egg fried rice on your next camping trip too. Tune in for future episodes, and you can enjoy some of Chris's Camp Gourmet or Kevin's 3-meat concoction with steak rub on chicken. Thanks for tuning in.